Hey guys, my name is Mo.
And I'm Stan. We're the co-founders of CR Games. We want to start by apologising for the delay. We know it's been a little quiet, but that's because we've been fully focused on completing the core mechanics of the game and putting together our first devlog that really does justice to what we're building. We've been working with a small team and limited resources, but we're finally at a point where we're ready to share what we've been working on.
Before we dive in, we just want to give a huge shout out to our amazing Kickstarter backers and our incredible Discord community. Your support means everything, and it's been keeping us focused on development. We also want to take a moment to thank everyone who shared and supported the concept trailer. We've recently hit 100k views, and it's all thanks to your amazing support. We actually shared a small update over on Discord recently, so if you haven't seen that yet, go check it out. There's plenty more to come as we move forward. Now, let's start talking about one of the key areas we've been developing. We spent a bit of time working with the new optimized metahumans in 5.5 and are focused on refining and improving the character models.
Let's take a moment to introduce Raheem. He's the main protagonist in Ends. A 20-year-old Londoner of mixed descent, Raheem's story is at the heart of everything we're building. You'll be seeing the world through his eyes and shaping his path as the narrative unfolds.
Next up is Sunny, the other protagonist in Ends. He'll be seen throughout the story with Raheem, and their bond plays a major role in how things unfold in the story.
We're still refining his look, but have improved his overall appearance to something that we think resembles his character.
We're excited to finally showcase our updated models of both characters. These are the most refined versions of our main protagonists so far, and we're really happy with how they're coming together. Raheem and Sunny were created using MetaHuman Creator, which gave us a solid foundation, but we've gone a few steps further.
We applied custom grooms to experiment with character customization for Raheem. These are powered by the Mutable plugin, and they run dynamically through our wardrobe system so that any changes to their character can be triggered on runtime.
The Mutable plugin gave us a solid base to test clothing and groom switching, allowing us to push our character customization even further.
We also improved Raheem and Sunny's skin textures, refining roughness, tweaking normal maps, and adjusting different LOD settings to make sure they're optimized well.
The wardrobe system has been incorporated into an interactable object that Raheem can access at any time. All of this was tested alongside Story Framework, which we've been using as the foundation for interactions and parts of our UI. Shout out to the author, Control. He's been incredibly helpful with bug fixes and support. We've dropped a link to SF in the description, so definitely go check it out.
We're excited to showcase our character Locomotion, which Nami will go into now.
Hey everyone, my name's Nami and I'm a game programmer on Ends. Today I'll be talking about locomotion, camera and combat. So let's start with locomotion. Our main goal is to create something that feels realistic, responsive and grounded. We wanted the character to move with weight and purpose, to transition naturally between states and to have animations that react meaningfully to player input and the environment. To achieve that, we chose to use motion matching as the core of our locomotion animation system. Motion matching is a technique that selects the most appropriate animation pose from a large database based on the character's trajectory and movement goals. It allows for fluid transitions without relying on rigid state machines, making it ideal for a dynamic locomotion. As a starting point, we used Epic's game animation sample project, which already includes a working motion matching setup, which gave us a solid foundation to build on. From there, we made several adjustments to better suit our vision for the character's movement. First, we slowed down the overall movement speed to create a more grounded feel. We also fine-tuned turn-in-place animations and added a range of traversal animations for more coverage and smoother transitions. To bring more life to the character, we introduced facial animations and expressions for different states, along with other break animations for both standing and crouching. We also added landing animations that are now dynamically played based on the height of the fall and the character's movement direction. Lastly, we added specific animations for walking up and down the stairs. One thing I want to emphasize is that we've already gone through multiple iterations of movement, testing different animation sets for our base locomotion, and we'll continue refining it further. This is all part of the process. For the camera, we've been working with the new gameplay camera system plugin. Even though it's still experimental and missing some features, it offers several advantages over the legacy system, especially when it comes to modularity and flexibility. The modular design of gameplay camera system allows us to create different camera setups and transitions for different character states. For example, we can define unique camera behaviors for walking, sprinting, and combat. This makes iterations faster and gives us finer control over how the camera reacts to movement and gameplay changes. We've also been iterating on camera animations for combat, helping to make fights more dynamic and immersive while enhancing impact and overall feedback. Lastly, we tested a first-person camera mode. While it's still in the experimental phase, it's an interesting direction we might explore further.
Hello, my name is Patrick and I'm a programmer on the ENDS development team. Today, I will share a glimpse of the systems that I have been working on over the past weeks and what future plans we have for these systems. We want to keep the HUD of ENDS to be as minimalistic as possible. As such, we have designed a phone system which will act as a central hub of the game, where players can access all the information they will need. I'll start by highlighting the music app. Currently, the player can select the song from the list or cycle through the songs, as well as seek to a point in the song that they want to listen to. This system works regardless if you are in the UI or not, allowing you to play music whilst you are exploring the map or completing missions. The system is created as a component which can be attached to any character or actor in the world to play music. The main feature expansions of the system will feature radio stations of various music genres and localized 3D audio support to attach the music player to characters and actors such as cars driving on the streets and NPC citizens in the city. As you are exploring the map of ENDS, you may stumble upon graffiti scattered around the city. Some of them, such as this one, can be collected via the camera app. We have received permission to use any artwork seen in ENDS, including graffiti from 10-Foot and Rescue London. As you approach the graffiti, a scan prompt will appear. Upon completing the scan, it will be added to a collectible journal, which will give the player an opportunity to learn more about the art and the artist behind the work.
For our combat design, our goal is to make it feel impactful, personal, and readable. We want every move in combat to feel intentional and weighty. To support this, we added a new locomotion mode. When the character enters combat, they transition into a combat stance, giving them a more focused posture and making it clear they are in combat. Right now, we're using a mix of different animation packs as placeholders, but these will definitely change later on as we continue shaping the style and feel of the combat. On the technical side, we're using motion warping to dynamically adjust attack animations so that they line up with enemies' position. This helps make attacks feel solid and connected. We also have a targeting system that keeps the player oriented towards enemies during combat. We recently added a combo system. For now, pressing attack button triggers a predefined combo sequence based on the current combat state. There is also a counter button. When an enemy attacks, we slow down time slightly to give the player a visual cue. The enemy's stance before the attack also signals their intent, giving you a chance to respond. To enhance the feeling of impact, we're using different hit reaction animations and facial expressions so attacks feel like they really connect. Enemies can fight back too. Sometimes they'll counter or parry the player's attacks, which adds a nice layer of unpredictability to combat. We also implemented finisher animations with camera movement to really emphasize those cinematic moves. And as for visuals, what you're seeing now, like blood effects, is just placeholder. we're planning to revamp all of it. One thing we're especially excited about is adding small details like blood getting on players' skin or clothes. So yeah, the combat is still evolving, but we're starting to see the pieces come together.
Hi, my name's Dylan. I'm with the development team working on Ends. I've been working on the city crowd, vehicle AI, and the AI for our chase scene. As a base for the crowd AI, we've used the mass plugin that is implemented in the city sample project from Epic Games. The AI spawns on zone graphs or in other locations using environment query systems. The AI randomly have a chance to have an accessory, such as a bag or a cup, and they have their matching animations to go along with them. The AI are spawned using mass spawners, which allow us to dictate specific crowds through data assets, and allow us to change the behavior through state trees. This system allows us to add more accessories and types of NPCs easily. The traffic system also uses mass. Like the crowd, they use mass spawners and zone graphs to dictate the behavior of the cars. Using different data assets, we can choose to spawn different types of cars depending on the area they are in. The cars handle traffic and intersections themselves and can recognize vehicles around them.
The Messages app is the mission log events, where players can keep track of current mission and previously completed missions. Sony wants us to find a brick of hash that he has dropped during the chase. As we pick up the brick, the mission log gets updated with the next steps. We are currently utilizing Story Framework for the task functionality, as well as NPC dialogue for the drug deal itself. It allows us to easily track mission progress and save completed missions in between play sessions. The UI is created using Unreal Engine's widget blueprints, which allow us to quickly prototype and iterate on design wireframes and create robust and detailed UI. It also enables us to create widget animations, which we are utilizing for animating the phone. The drug deal mechanic is one of the many side activities that players can do in Ends. As they accept a drug deal, a waypoint will guide them to the location of the NPC that has requested the drug delivery. This waypoint system is a temporary solution to guide the player to the mission location. This will be reworked and implemented as part of the map app later. Walking up to and interacting with the Nitty will begin the dialogue. The dialogue is decided based on the current selected mission and whether you have the drugs in your inventory or not. This system is built upon Story Framework's NPC implementation with expanded support for playing animations upon triggering specific replies during dialogue. When the conversation finishes, the exchange animation plays. This system is directly tied to the Messages app, which automatically updates that the mission has been successfully completed. This system so far is in its very early stages of prototyping, but we are excited to share it with you. We have big plans for the system, starting out with voice-acted dialogue and motion-captured animations, which will really bring the exchange to life. Next up, we want to link this system to the crowds and citizens of Ends. The player will from time to time receive drug request messages from characters in the world. Once the player accepts the request, an NPC from the crowd will walk to one of the pickup spots and await the player's arrival at a set time. Once the exchange is complete, the NPC will once again rejoin the crowd and continue with standard behavior.
The companion and chase AI for the demo scene uses the same locomotion as our main character. The chase scene is meant to demonstrate the custom locomotion to the player. Both AI adjust their speed according to the player so that they stay at a decent distance behind or in front of the player. For example, the companion will slow down if the player is too far behind and speed up when the player gets too close, and the chase character will do the opposite. For the chase scene, the characters follow a spline, and the companion leads the player, showing the movement present in the game. If the player ends up failing a jump, the AI will continue moving forwards and meet the player further along the path. My next steps for the project include adding more accessories for the crowd which interact with weather, such as umbrellas when it's raining, custom vehicle destruction, and the implementation of squeezing through a gap with the AI. For flawless implementation between the player-controlled vehicles and the mass AI, the base of the vehicle controls come from the city sample. This has allowed for seamless integration using the same physics across both the sample vehicles and our custom vehicles. You can see that we have vehicle deformation. Unfortunately, this is not on the custom vehicle as of now, as we are having issues with the bones of the vehicle.
As much progress as we've made, we also want to be transparent about some of the limitations we're facing right now. One of our biggest challenges has been getting access to high-quality character animations. Whether it's recording motion capture or cleaning up existing animations, it's been tough. Linking animations together smoothly or syncing them for interaction adds even more complexity.
We have also been facing issues with character rigging and clothing, weight painting for outfits, getting cloth physics to work correctly, and adding custom accessories like backpacks or pouches. All of it takes time and a lot of trial and error.
Since we're working with some newer tech inside Unreal Engine, there's often limited or no documentation available. This means we're figuring out a lot as we go, testing, breaking, and rebuilding until it works.
Like many indie teams right now, we're also navigating real-life pressures. The current economy, the cost of living crisis, and trying to balance personal responsibilities with time on the project.
And finally, funding and scope. We've got a strong focused vision for ENDS, but the size and depth of what we can really deliver depends on the funding we receive. We have an optimal version in mind, but we'd love to expand the world and explore more features if the opportunity comes.
So, what's coming next for ENDS? We're currently putting together our first test build of the game. This test build will enter QA through our Discord community, starting with our incredible Kickstarter backers. We can't wait for you guys to get your hands on it and hear your feedback.
On the technical side, we're testing out different optimization methods to ensure that ENDS run smoothly on most modern day systems. We're utilizing new technology, so the minimum system spec may change as we progress.
We are currently working on improving Raheem's main hairstyle, as there are issues with optimization and overall strand count, but in the meantime we've swapped it out for an alternate look.
We hope you guys have enjoyed this devlog, and we already have plans for our next installment.
Support the project by wishlisting ENDS on Steam now, and join our Discord to stay up to date with any news and changes.